Today we're going to take a look at day 8 interest rates. So for our warm-up today, see what you guys remember here. You are at Applebee's with your friends and have an exceptional waiter. You decide to tip him 20%. If your bill was $14, how would you leave for a tip? So a lot of you guys can calculate this out different ways. A lot of people say 10%, and we move the decimal over, is 1.4. So another 10% would be 1.4. So our total tip is $2.80. So you can figure this out a couple different ways. Some of you might say, well, you multiply the percent times 14, and that'll give us $2.80 as well. So one way to do this, so we take 14 plus $2.80, or we can take 14 times 1.2, and that'll automatically add the 20% to that. So our first question here, answer the following questions with the one-step method. Write down what you multiplied, not just the final answer. Round your answer to the nearest cent, and they're given to the nearest dime. So you go out to dinner at a fancy restaurant with your family, and the bill is $68. You want to leave an 18% tip. So our one step would be $68 times 1.18. So let's see what that is. So 68 times 1.18, we got $80.24. Pizzas at Blaze are on sale for 30% off. The pizza usually costs $8.50. How much does it cost? So this would be $8.50 times, or 1 minus 30%. So this is $8.50 times 70%. So if we go there, we can say 8.50 times 0.7. Whoops. So $5.95. So the next thing, you purchase your iPhone 11 for $6.99 and put all the money on a credit card. Your credit card charges you a percentage of the balance each year. You are allowed to borrow money from them called the annual percentage rate. Your APR is 12%. If you don't make any payments this year, assuming there's no late fees, how much would you owe? So we'd say $699 times 1.12. So $699 times 1.12, $782.88. How much would you owe after 2 years? $782.88 times 1.12. So $782.88 times 1.12, $876.83. Wait, 876 point, I can't read that right there, 876.83. And so now we can, at the end of 4 years, 876.83 times 1.12 times 1.12 again, so 1099.890. So what's happening? We keep multiplying by 1.12. So until we have $1,400 times 1.12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So after 7 years. So what we're calculating here is some interest. So A equals your amount. P is your principal, that original amount. This is your rate. And this is your time. So if we take a look at a couple of these here, you have $250 in an account that gives you an annual interest rate of 4%. Your friend has $375 and finds her interest rate is 1.15. Who will have more after 5 years? So your amount, you start with $250 times 1 plus 0.4 to the 5. And then our other one, we start with 375 times 1 plus 0.015 to the 5. And you'd calculate out and see which one is more there. So the second one, you come around a large inheritance, which is $1,500 from a relative who unfortunately just passed away. You will be allowed access to that money when you are 21. You are able to find an account to place that gives you a 1.15 interest rate. So let's say you're 16 right now. So we want that 5 years from now. So we start with $1,500. So our amount equals 1 plus 0.015 to the 5th year. So the third one, you will have a credit card that charges you 19% interest. How long until it will take $1,000 if you don't make payments? So when is 1,000 equal to 500? 1 plus 0.19 to the x, or to the t power. So you'd have to mess around with a calculator on this one to see what that exponent should be. So 500 times 1 plus 0.019 parentheses to the power of 5, 9, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, so it goes over. What about 39, 38, 37, 36? So 37 years. All right. You are done. You're giving your dog a bath and start draining the water. You notice the tub is draining at 30% per minute. How much there's 25 gallons to start, and it's draining, so 1 minus 0.30 to the 5 minutes. And how long till it'll have less than a gallon? So again, you have to mess around with this one to figure out when is that going to be less than 1.